Let's roll the fucking dice.
DD214 Gaming Podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Gaming is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now, because we have you.
Fucking there we go. Well, pilgrims, it's been another 168. So sit on down, load up your corncob pipe, crack a beer. Let's chew on some fucking trail dust together for a couple minutes. How about it? All right.
Good morning, my brother. How you doing today?
Oh, I woke up again, so I guess that means I gotta fucking do it again. Let's do it.
168,
ready.
another 168 hours, and we're just gonna, we're gonna just go start it off right off the bat, guys. It's 9/11. Taking one for the homies. The tragedy happened in the morning, so we're gonna have some breakfast with the homies.
For everybody, starting on the events of September 11th, 2001, and for the last 20 years, for everybody that has unfortunately fallen along the wayside, this is definitely for all of you, for all of your families, for all of your friends, for anybody that read your stories and were inspired. We love you and we miss you very, very much. So, salute.
God, that goes down so good. And it's Freedom Day, everybody. You already know what happened 21 years ago. We don't need to talk about the tragedies. Excuse me. What I'm gonna say, there's two words that they say every single year: never forget. And there are times, and we have said on this podcast that there is a percentage of people who have forgotten. We gotta keep on living that pride, the American fucking way. All right, guys. We won the wars. We brought the homies home. We still fly that flag proudly, and we'll do it again.
I don't know if they're going to say that we won the wars. I think politically we kind of probably took a big L on those, but on the battlefield,
we fought our asses off.
On the battlefield, you know what I mean? Like politically, we kind of took an L, dude. But like, what was that College Humor with Batman? It's like, if that was a loss, sign me up for like 3 more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like we kind of did whatever the fuck we wanted for 20 years, and we left when we fucking felt like it. I know there's a lot of people that are gonna have a lot of feelings about a lot of things today. Your feelings are valid. They're every bit as valid as ours or anyone else's. I know especially people that lost people on that day. People that have lost people since in the military, first responder community, stuff like that. Do what you got to do today. Do what you got to do today. It just so happens that this year, September 11th, fell on the first football Sunday, right? So maybe if you got to drown yourself in some pigskin, and watch a bunch of like freaking oiled up freaking dudes like beat the shit out of each other, so you don't have to beat the shit out of yourself. You know what I mean? Like take her easy today, drink a couple beers, reflect, do your thing, and just know that we're always here with you too. So we love you guys.
And guys, this is the day, and especially this is a great day for sports too, because you have so many people together celebrating all the efforts that our country have made, especially and sports is such a good way to bring us together and celebrate that time.
Sure.
So today I don't want to hear your conspiracy theories. I don't want to hear. I just
saw a thing on Reddit, and they highlighted one of India's satellites that's orbiting the moon, and they took pictures of Apollo 11. You can see the footprints, like the trails that they walked. Yeah, third party evidence. So.
Oh, really? Okay, so
it's third party evidence that we actually did land on the moon, and all of those fucking conspiracy theorists are a bunch of fucking whack job fucking idiots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Same with you fucking 9/11 truthers. I mean, just letting y'all know, fucking science is fucking proven that everything that happened that day happened like several times over. So
yeah, and I've told this story before. I watched both planes hit. Physically.
Yeah.
We're talking about maybe
you were there.
Yeah,
you were in the immediate vicinity.
Yeah, about we'll say like 10 to 15 football fields away.
Right. I'd say that's immediate vicinity, my friend. That is immediate. That's what in the military, folks, we call that danger close.
Very danger close. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your times out there. Just remember, and the beams are out. They always do the beams every single year, and it's even more beautiful every single year.
I put a picture. I put a picture of that up on my
Was that an up? Is that a recent one?
Yeah, it was from like when I think they turned them on like last night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a picture from like across the harbor or whatever, across the bay, like that, like last night when they lit them up.
Did you know that Limp Bizkit, they filmed a music video up there for My Generation, and the day before the attack happened, they actually received a letter from the World Trade Center thanking them for
Wow.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's a very interesting fact that happened that day.
I would say that's some interesting rock and roll history right there. I'm not the biggest Limp Bizkit fan, as it were, but that's definitely some rock and roll history right there, for sure.
And if you want to know some Twin Tower history too, really awesome Twin Tower history. There was let me pull his name up. They actually made a movie for him. He walked the Twin Towers on the cable.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing stuff. I remember seeing that when I was
Petit.
Yeah, I remember seeing that when I was a kid. I had a. You remember like the old school like video game or video rental places? Where you go and you'd rent movies.
Yep.
There was a movie that I rented a bunch of times when I was like elementary age, and it was about stuntmen. And they showed different types of stuntmen and like different acts that they did. You know what I mean? Like whether it be like for movies or stuff like that, like Walking the Wire. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
It was really cool. It was really cool.
Yeah.
But look at the history, and if you're in the vicinity too, if you're in the area, Staten Island, New York, New Jersey, they have a lot of exhibits and a lot of museums. I believe the majority of them are free. You could just walk in there, throw in a little donation to help the organizations that are keeping these things going. A lot of them are veteran owned too. There were a lot of first responders that we lost, so a lot of them are first responder owned or organized as well. So check them out. There's actually a major event happening at the site today. They're having a major memorial there today, so it's actually really cool. So never forget, guys. And we actually had a really great history happened a couple days ago. We lost the Queen, and as they say,
we didn't lose the Queen. They lost.
They lost the Queen.
The world lost Elizabeth. Okay, the world lost Queen Elizabeth as a person, as a human being.
Yes.
We did not lose a
You're
queen.
absolutely right. You're absolutely
I,
right.
I just wanted to make that distinction.
No,
Like,
absolutely. Absolutely.
sorry.
So it's probably, and everyone's got their own thoughts about Queen Elizabeth II. Okay, everyone's got their own thoughts. We're not here to talk about what we feel about her, but we're here to give some
Sure.
facts. And the fact that she was the longest reigning queen. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the
Yeah.
longest reigning queen, and she did a lot of humanitarian aid, but there were some conflicting things about her that that made the headlines that happen. Rest her soul, and as they say, the queen is dead. Long live the king. And he has already started making changes to in the castle. If you follow everything that's been happening with the royal family, Harry and Meghan are welcome back. They were there. So it's actually really nice to see that. But the point about all this is that we're living, and Jay gets a boner for this stuff. We're living in history right now.
We are.
We are living in history. I watched the coronation yesterday, and I watched it.
Are you kind of like interested in stuff like that?
I am. I like seeing change of commands, and when it comes to something like monarchy, because when I think about monarchy, I still think of pretty much how they live: big ball gowns, gold plastered everywhere, pearl necklaces, and they still live like that. And to still think that this monarchy is still happening is quite incredible to me. And what interests me so much is the fact that in my lifetime, I've never seen a king. And a lot of people in my generation, I think the last king was right before Queen Elizabeth II. I believe it was King George, King George the Fourth. Excuse me. I don't. Again, I'm more in American history. I don't know a lot of this stuff, but it is very interesting that in my lifetime, and a lot of people who are part of my generation, we've never seen a king in our,
right. As far as like, yeah, I mean, I never really, I guess I really didn't pay much attention to the monarchy other than I remember when I was young, there were events surrounding Princess Diana, up to and then later on, unfortunately with her death, her untimely death. And then I remember paying more attention to the prime ministers than I paid to the queen or the royal family, because the royal family was just like kind of an outdated concept.
Yeah.
Even in the 90s, it was just it's a lot more ceremonial. But I will I'm proud to say like fucking Prince Harry was a fucking helicopter pilot in Afghanistan.
What?
So like I got props to that family, kind of like putting their money a little bit where their mouth is. Like Queen Elizabeth served in World War II. Fucking mad props to that shit.
I believe
you know what I mean?
Did
like,
as well.
Yeah, Prince Charles
not
did
World
something.
War II.
No, not in World War II, but he served. I want to say Prince William has served as well. But yeah, I know for a fact Harry, that you're talking about, like, third in line to the throne, basically, went to war, and he didn't have to, and so it was probably like, I got a lot of respect for people like that. You know what I mean? That he could have done whatever he wanted, ceremonially, and never touch fucking foot on that soil.
Yeah.
And he chose to, and that's really fucking cool that he chose to.
Yeah, and he's already making a lot of changes. One of the biggest changes is now all the grandchildren are now allowed to hold the title of prince and princess.
Good. That the monarchy is outdated.
Yes. It is.
So so if you want to keep it around for for tradition, for ceremony, for stuff like that, I ain't gonna talk shit about any other country's ideas about their own ceremony and tradition.
Their
right?
ceremony was beautiful.
However,
too.
I would say, like, it's good. It's good to keep that shit updated and modern, because that's exactly why it's outdated now. Because people were holding on way too long with ideas and stuff that just weren't meshing with fucking reality anymore, right?
Yeah, and it's so cool too. It was so cool seeing everything. I mean, the militaristic side of everything. They did the 96 shot salute for her. Right. 96 years of life. So it's really cool to see the history and all this stuff. And it's very interesting. It's very cool to see Charles at the age that he's in, understanding. And that was another thing. During his speech, he quoted the song that was played during Princess Diana's funeral. So this is, if you look at the history of everything, this is kind of like, like a like a story, like a story, like the ending of a story that you wanted to see, because you wanted to see him, because I know for sure, like, since the whole tragedy with Princess Diana, I thought it would be cool. Like, wow, when he becomes king, it's going to be something. He's going to have that emotion in him. He's going to have that drive. So,
Well, I mean, I would say that I almost said Prince Charles. I would say now King Charles has a lot to live up to, and he's 73 years young. So good luck living up to it, dude.
yeah.
I
and,
mean, that's
and after him, it will be Prince William and Princess Kate. Yeah. So pretty cool stuff.
see
Pretty cool stuff. And I have to laugh about something.
what you got.
Okay. I took a picture of this during the ceremony, and I couldn't help but laugh that the people that they have doing the shots are wearing red coats.
Well, yeah, that's like in the Revolutionary War. That's kind of how it.
When I saw that, I try, like, out of respect, I was trying to be respectful, and I was just like, okay, wait a minute, that's a little funny right there, like the red and
Sure.
my daughter comes in and she's like, oh, what's going on? I'm like, oh, the queen died. She was like, the queen died? I'm like, yeah, there's a king now. And she was like, why are they wearing red coats? I'm like, because they're coming. They're coming. But cool stuff. So, interesting. I had a pretty short week. I worked on, oh, you got a shout out from Coney Milne. Get it, Jay. Get it, Jay.
I always get it.
He's telling you to
I get it. I get it every fucking day, dude. Even when I wake up on the wrong side of bed and I'm pissed off for no fucking reason, like I put myself in check.
I don't take no shit from anyone.
I don't, and that includes myself. Well, that's a good reminder, and I'm glad Mr. Milne's in the house tonight, dude. It's good to see you.
Good morning, Mr. Squilini, Mr. Tech Guy Gaming. We're actually, you made our news reel today. We're gonna talk about your situation later, but guys, you need to check out now Tech Guy Gaming. He's had a rebranding. Tech Guy Gaming on all social medias platforms. So make sure you check him out immediately. And if you see Tech Guy Gaming switched on your stuff, it's Jedi Master Squid. We're actually going to get to a story about him later on today.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about that part. We got a lot of news today. We got a lot of stuff to catch up on. Squilini, stick around, man. We're going to talk about you and Mando for a minute. Towards the end of our gaming news coming up. So, John, how was your week, man?
Oh, it was good. So it was a pretty short week. As again, I've been working on the Grand Theft Auto server. We've actually allowed more people coming in. It's getting pretty frantic. It's getting pretty exciting. I am actually learning a lot of stuff about being a cop. Like, I'm learning 10 codes. I'm learning how to use an MDT. I'm learning how to speak to people. So I'm just like, well, this is kind of fucking fun.
Sure.
So that's been a treat. I'm also working on the Codename Our Minds project. So I've been working towards that. Hopefully going to be a rich man soon. Going to have something for you guys next week about that. So going to have something for you guys next week. But this week I started a new show.
Okay.
And I'm a freak about alternate timelines. It's history. I found another one, The Man in the High Castle. And The Man in the High Castle takes place in 1962, and instead of the Americans winning the war, the Nazis do. The Nazis won the war in this show, and it shows.
What was that like?
So I'm on the second episode, and you could see how. So apparently there was a nuclear bomb that went off somewhere in the United States.
Okay.
Japan runs the whole western coast of America. There's a neutral zone in the middle, and then there's the Great American Reich on the east part of the United States. And
Gross.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking bizarre. And let me tell you, all the fucked up things happen. You have American generals and American lieutenants Oh, yep, that's right. Philip Dick. Philip Dick did write this. If you are unfamiliar with his work, he has actually done a lot of really cool stuff. I'll tell you right now. Man in the High Castle, Do Dreams Dream of Electrified Sheep, which was actually Blade Runner. Um, Minority Report, A Scanner Darkly, Valis. He's done a lot of good works, Philip Dick, and The Man in the High Castle is no different because now we're talking about an era in time that never happened. So you have the Nazis taking over America, American lieutenants and generals conforming to the idea of Nazism in America, which is bizarre, the most bizarre thing of all time. Say it.
I was like the concept is already losing me. Like at this point, I'm like, I don't even know if I care about checking it out.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I'm only
for all
2
mankind,
episodes
all
in.
mankind kind of went in a alternate history direction, where like we got beat, but for people to like in this country to embrace that shit, dude, I don't
Nazism. It's a very the
fuck about
show.
it.
I mean, one of the most cringeworthy things I saw was a clip where all the lieutenants. It's a couple days after the invasion finished, and a bunch of American soldiers are sitting down, listening to the radio, and trying to figure out what to do. So there's a knock on the door, and it's a fucking American general with a Nazi band on his arm, right? And he tells them the first ones who sign up get food and shelter. And then he tells the other ones, and the ones who don't, they don't get shit or they die. And there's the woman in the scene says, it's the right thing to do. And the only thing I'm thinking about is like, this is so wrong. This is so fucking wrong.
It wouldn't have, dude. That's
but actually, Strobridge says it here. The first season is great. After that, blah blah blah. Which because I believe there was something that they added some kind of mysticism with multiversal shit and stuff like that. But so far, I'm giving the show a 5 out of 10.
Okay, I was gonna say that's probably yeah. It sounds pretty fucking middle of the road.
It's like the writing is very weird. I think I would actually probably prefer the book more, to be honest with you, as they always say.
Seriously got to like step out of reality to like embrace the fucking multiverse that this one exists in.
Yep.
Right.
Also this week I watched you know me, I'm a fan of Mr. Ryan Murphy. I watched American Horror Stories, and I'm not gonna I need to talk about this, Jay, and I need to get this off my chest.
Is this like the new season or what?
So what it is, it's stories. It's broken down into different episodes of just regular horror stories. So each episode is a different theme that connects to some of the seasons. So it's kind of like offshoots, like little stories that happen in the universe and stuff like that, which are pretty cool. Okay. So one episode that I watched this week called Necro. I'm trying to figure out.
Definitely digging the name.
I'm trying to figure out the line in the sand where it was actually approved to be aired. And, well, if you don't mind spoilers, I'll tell you what happened.
I don't give a fuck.
Girl works at the morgue. She has a respect for the dead. She talks to them and stuff like that. So there's a coworker that she's about to get married, right?
Okay.
A coworker of hers comes in. He whispers in the dead's ear in the body bag something, which was pretty creepy. You're already getting some weird vibes, and he drops the table. They work. They do the work. What the morgue does and stuff. She's like the makeup artist for the funeral home. So we're going in, and the gentleman who works for her that brings the bodies in. They have a conversation, a really tense conversation, almost like she's like having like some feelings for him, and she's actually like having fantasies about him and shit while she's having sex with her own boyfriend. Right? Mm-hmm. So then it comes to the point where she goes, "Good morning, Mr. Granger, Mr. Dr. Dirty, down and dirty, baby, down and dirty GTA RP, baby, let's go."
Welcome. Good to see you.
October 1st. I actually you just came in like 2 seconds too late. I was just talking about y'all. So the girl works. So the girl comes to work, and the dude that she was working with is on the slab. He's on the slab, dead. He's got a big scar on him, and she starts crying But she had mentioned something to him about how like the dead get boners and shit, how their body does like weird stuff when they're dead.
Yeah.
She starts fucking the dead body.
Oh, so it's like necrophilia.
Yeah,
Like,
she starts
based off the title of the episode.
Yeah, so she starts sleeping. She starts going at it, going ham, and then realize what the fuck she just did. Well, the body moves and grabs her leg, and she's like, "Oh my god, I just fucked a dead body," and stuff like that. So all of a sudden, like in the couple scenes later, he shows up alive at her house, and he's trying to explain to her like, "I'm bringing this darkness out of you so you could live freely." So he pretty much like pranked her into sleeping with him, and so we go a couple scenes. We go to the wedding day where she's getting married, and the video is popped up on the wedding video where she's fucking the dead body and ruins her life and shit. And not one person questions the fact that this guy just pranked her into sleeping with him. You know,
Right.
they're just looking at her because she slept with a dead body. And the episode ends with her shooting him, she like fell in love with him, and she fell into this hole while the hole was being dug up by a machine, and she buried themselves alive together. Where's the line? Where's the line?
There were so many twists and turns. I didn't know which way I was looking, John. You got me lost, bro. You got me lost like a fucking You got me lost like a fucking first-year lieutenant in the forest, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, I don't even know, like.
Once I shove my tongue in your ass, you black out.
Just saying.
It's. Look, I had to get it off my chest. It's been bothering me all week. It was disgusting. Disgusting.
Just disgusting.
It was.
But we totally gave it airtime on our show.
Yeah. Yeah. It because it's just one of those things like it's like they actually let this happen. They fucking let it happen. Well,
I mean, I'm not if we're talking about like levels of like shock, you know, like good fucking luck for like a TV show or movie to like ever like really shock me. It takes quite a bit. You know what I mean? Like I've seen all the freaking like, you know, the movies on the list of like worst movie ever as far as like worst like content wise, you know what I mean? Like I've seen probably all of them. And nowadays it's just like the empty husk of like a shell of a soul that I used to have is so like non-existent. Like I just like see stuff just like kind of like, huh? So they put that in there, huh? You know, while other people are over there, like, the new guy's in the fucking corner puking his guts out. You know what I mean? Like looking at me like I'm a monster. You know what I mean? Because I'm just sitting there like drinking a beer. You know what I mean? Doing my thing.
Man. It was sick.
So
yeah. But that was my week.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, how was yours, man?
Very tame, very lonely. Yeah, Jay's sad panda. Like his beautiful woman Nikki is gone for another week, and she's gonna be gone this week too, coming ahead. And I'm just like super sad panda. So poor me, right? But no, I really didn't do much, man. Like got a lot of shit done around the house, and then I'm just kind of like trying to maintain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, I didn't really do too much. Yesterday I didn't even sign up to do it. You just had to show up. Like the shit's free. I did a RuckMarch yesterday. So I like pulled out some of my fucking old gear and shit. I haven't RuckMarched in like forever. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been kind of missing it. Like I haven't run for a while. Like I exercise here in my basement quite often, but I haven't been doing a lot of cardio, or I haven't been outside, and I started missing like the ruck marching, right? So this thing kept popping up on my Facebook feed, and it was a 9/11 ruck, and there's some Army recruiters on the Kansas side of Kansas City. So this is in Kansas City, Kansas, on the Kansas side, that put this on, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, why not just show up and go ruck? You know what I mean? And it was 9.11 kilometers, which if you do the conversion is a little bit over 5 miles. So it wasn't anything crazy. I I've been breaking in. I have some boots that were never worn that still fit. You know what I mean, and all that, because they're my size. And so I broke them in by wearing them a few days this week. And then yesterday morning, I woke up early and put my boots on and some army bottoms, and I put on a t-shirt from the last line platoon that I was in.
Yeah. And
I went and I threw my medium ruck on and I rucked for 5 miles.
Cool.
So that was kind of like what I did this week. And then, as far as like anything, whatever, I do have, believe it or not, John, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Like, are you ready to be shocked?
Let's hear it.
I have a fucking video game review this week. Can you fucking believe it, dude? Like, seriously. Yeah.
I gotta hear this.
I actually fucking branched out. I downloaded a game off of Game Pass, and I played the whole fucking game. Like, I actually did it this week. I finally fucking, like, did something different.
Did you do it in one sitting?
No, I didn't do it in one sitting, but I could have. If it had been like mid-morning, you know what I mean? Like, the game goes in real time. So it's kind of like, oh God. All right, here we go. You told me about the game, John.
Yeah,
so
I understand the concept of it. You sit there on the computer. It's like a computer.
Yeah, the game is called the game is called Telling Lies. It's on Game Pass. It's called Telling Lies. The concept of this game, I'm giving like a fucking 10 of 10. Just the concept by itself. We're not talking about gameplay. We're not talking about anything else. Just the concept. The concept is fucking cool. Like, I dug the concept for sure. And then I started playing it, and I got into it, and you're kind of going in real time, and there's no pausing. So like, if you stop playing and come back to it, you're coming back to it like exactly when you freaking left. And you're under like a time. They don't really explain a lot at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're kind of just playing. They don't explain a lot. But basically what the gist is, like, you have a few hours to like dig up some shit, and you're using like an NSA fucking database. So you have to punch in keywords to a computer and videos will pop up. And it's one-way video. So it's like, if I was talking right now and you couldn't hear anything John was saying, you would just see me talking right now. And then when I waited for John to speak, you'd see me kind of sitting there. And so you're watching all these one-way videos, and you're trying to piece together different parts of the puzzle for like whatever the fuck happened, right? And they don't even explain like what you're actually trying to do. They just want you to fucking turn in, like, tag and turn in different videos.
Yep.
This is where the game lost me. The game was very short, very, very short.
Interesting.
What you choose to watch. There's I found out after I finished. There's 3 different endings. I watched all 3.
Oh shit.
I did. I watched all 3. What you do in the game, the only bearing it has is which ending you get, but all 3 endings are very disappointing. Like, just it just made me question why I even played to begin with. You know what I mean? It was one of those, like, when I first started playing, I felt kind of like a sleuth, and I was kind of like, Detective J, and like trying to like figure shit out. And then as I got farther into it, I started losing interest. And then right around the time I lost interest, the time hack came up in the game.
Yeah.
Where you basically have to like upload videos. So I just uploaded it, and lo and behold, that's the end of the fucking game. Like, that was it. So like, I won the game, right? I won the game without like even
the case.
Yeah, but I didn't even, not really though. It really, like, it was such, like, it was a letdown. Like, it was really, the ending was a letdown. I was almost hoping for the story to either, I thought the story was going to continue. What I thought was going to happen was I would upload something, and then the person that was doing the uploading had to like run and go hide somewhere, and there would be like another thing that I had to like whatever. No, fuck you. Like, you get to play for fucking four linear hours, and that's it. So, telling lies, concept 10 of 10, gameplay 8 of 10, game itself fucking 2 of 10, dude. 2 of 10, dude. Like, fucking boo.
That's interesting.
Fucking boo. Disappointed. So disappointed with that game at the end, dude. Like, the concept and the gameplay using actual footage of like actual actors.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking cool.
All of that.
It almost
was,
makes you feel like you're kind of an investigator, and I wish that they would make more games like this where you are investigating.
Here's what I was waiting for. And here's what maybe they should do on the next one. Make it an actual like detective game where you are like legally allowed to do something and you're not trying to like outrun the FBI or whatever the fuck. Have you crack some shit, and then once you crack the shit, they're like, oh fuck, this opened up this whole other fucking like blah blah blah, and they fucking send you a bunch of a bunch more like metadata. You know what I mean? Like,
I like
that would be fun. That would be fun. That's kind of what I thought. That's kind of what I thought it was going to be leading to. So, boy, did I fucking strike out, dude. Like, man, I can't win for fucking losing with video games right now, dude.
I'm proud of you, though, man.
I can't win for losing, dude.
I'm proud of you, though, man. You opened up your horizons.
I tried, and I got my dick kicked again by the video game industry. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, at least you like the concept. I think that the concept itself is
cool.
Pretty fucking cool. I would like to see.
I did appreciate that.
I do like the idea that you say it should be more like detective oriented, like a cop thing. Because I kind of feel like for me, the game lost me like maybe about 20% through.
Yeah, it didn't take long.
Yeah,
it didn't take, because you could already see where it was fucking going.
Now what was the story about? Because I didn't understand what was going on. What was it, like something about the pipeline?
The dude, there's a guy who is undercover for the FBI. He's deep cover, so he's like deep undercover. Has his own family. Falls in love with a chick who is like part of like a environmentalist group that he is trying to infiltrate. They end up having a kid together. Okay. And then this dude gets so far in that he gets really disgruntled and he disagrees. He says fuck everything, and he actually blows the bridge. He's the guy that he dies. Like,
the guy with the beard?
Yeah, I'm gonna ruin the game for everybody.
No, that's fine.
So you don't waste your fucking time on it. Don't waste your time on it, dude. Like, it's stupid. But he ends up being the one that actually blows the bridge. He blows a bridge to fucking I don't fucking know, dude. It was stupid. Like they fucking lost me. The storyline just lost me. It's like you talking about that American Horror Story shit earlier. It was like, fucking dude, no. You fucking lost me. I'm not interested. I'm just gonna upload what I have. Oh look, I uploaded what I have without giving a fuck, and I beat the game.
Yep, there you go.
Fucking lame.
Interesting. Well, we'll see what Annapurna Interactive has coming next. I'll after the show, I'll give you another. I got you. Let me see if I can find the next one for you. So we're hitting game news now. So well, actually, before we hit game news, let's talk about D23 real quick. First off, Disney's a piece of shit for what they did to our boy Joe Squilini, which we're gonna get to soon.
Yeah.
But D23 just happened, and there was a bunch of really cool stuff that got revealed. But the only
What's D23? What's D23?
So it's the Disney convention where they reveal all the TV shows, the video games. Yeah. I know.
Okay, I'd never heard of it, and the fact that Disney is throwing a convention now can just lick
they've been doing it for a long time. It's just ever since they got
Gross.
Yeah, they've just made it bigger and bigger. My camera keeps on not focusing. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's too good. We've had this conversation before. Camera's too good.
Yeah. So D23 happened. The only thing I really want to talk about, Tales of the Jedi has been revealed, and I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Very excited about that. But I know we are fans here of The Mandalorian, and The Mandalorian season 3 was revealed.
Okay.
You can check it out on YouTube today. It's very exciting. When we look at a lot of this cool stuff about the Mandalorians themselves, they're very militaristic. They're very militaristic, but they're also kind of I guess in a way kind of monarchized as well, because they're all houses. Kind of Yeah.
Yeah.
So the trailer itself looks action packed. We got little Grogu in there. We got a bunch of new characters, old characters. But what's really cool about this is that we're going now. The Mandalorian himself, Mr. Jin Darin, is going back to the planet Mandalore to achieve his Mandalorian status again. And the clips that they showed from the trailer, there was a lot of militaristic stuff that I saw that I really enjoyed. They showed off a bunch of airborne ranger type guys, which I'm super excited for. So the trailer, I'm a nerd for this stuff. The trailer was a 10 out of 10. I'd love to break it down. So I'm going to probably break it down a little bit later, see what's going on in there, and then look out the other stuff. But come on, guys. Star Wars, baby. Also at D23, a new Marvel video game was revealed. It is a World War II Captain America Black Panther game. It's for me, it's kind of an interesting, a very interesting concept because you have two characters who you never really see that much together other than the comic books, right? And Black Panther being such a prime favorite character right now, why not monetize on that? And we have World War II Captain America. That's really all that there is about there. That's really all there is. And a VR game called World of Heroes was revealed where you get to be your favorite superhero. That's all that there is about that. So now we're coming into gaming news, ladies and gentlemen.
Who would you be?
Who would I be? Cyclops.
You know who I'd be? Thanos.
You would be Thanos? Get the fucking glove?
Yeah, I would.
You want to know something funny? Thanos taught my son how to snap his fingers. I can't do it. I can't do it. It might be because of my club thumb. Look at that.
Yeah, with your nasty ass, like disgusting, freaking like warped reality, freaking like bendable joints like that. Like,
Yep.
my shit. You'd see if I did that with my thumb, you'd see a bone sticking out, bro. Like, fuck you. Fuck you. Okay.
So,
Fuck
in gaming news, we're gonna go from least exciting to most exciting.
Let's please. Because
Right,
we really like. It really pains me how shitty. Like we started this podcast, what, 2 years ago, John? Over 2 years ago, like 2.5 years now almost. And like the gaming industry has just fucking like collapsed.
the last couple weeks alone, right?
Like we haven't had shit.
Yep.
Like we started a fucking a veteran centric, military gaming podcast.
And there's no news.
And there's no fucking news, like, ever.
I
And
know.
the games that we do cover fucking suck.
Yep. Well,
You know what I mean? It's like fuck, man.
and hopefully
Come on.
today we'll be able to talk about some exciting games. Well, the first one, like I said, least exciting to more exciting. Rainbow Six is coming to mobile. Yes, there is a Rainbow Six game coming to mobile. This was announced yesterday during the Ubisoft Forward panel, along with Mario Rabbids, Something of Hope. If Rainbow Six, Tom Clancy. I like Siege. If you want to play a mobile version of Rainbow Six, hey, be my guest. It's coming out soon. Next in line is The Division Heartland. And the reason why that this one is in like the more least excited section is because we're pretty much getting like a... Let me not start so negative.
Yeah.
Let me not start so negative. All
Try
right?
again.
I don't want to
Try.
choose violence today, all right?
I mean, I'm trying really hard not to, dude. Like, it's
I
like,
know
it ain't
you're
just,
not.
It ain't just you, bro. It ain't just you. I just
Gotta
want to let you
tell.
know, like, you're not alone. You are not alone.
Yeah, man.
You are not alone.
So,
Okay.
look, I'm a fan of The Division, okay? I like The Division. I think the concept is cool. The fact that you can play in New York City, Washington, D.C., kind of post-apocalyptic. These militaristic games are cool. I love military games, and The Division was no different. The thing that lacks with The Division is that there's not enough good DLC to keep me wanting to stay around, because you're literally just playing a PvE version. You're walking around the suit and you're just shooting, getting your gear. So yes, The Division Heartland is coming out and it looks fantastic, but it looks copy and paste with some grass and some Midwestern homes.
Midwestern stuff instead of fucking big cities, right?
Yeah, as you say, built out, not up.
There it
So
is.
the story, it's still canon, it's still in the universe, it's still within the story. And I don't want to talk shit about the game. I really don't. But I think you need to entice me to let me know what's going to be so different about your Division game other than a setting.
Dude, yeah. Again, and you know what? Allow me to be negative Nancy about this shit because
Yeah.
I'm the casual gamer. You're the guy that like really invests time into a lot of the stuff that is in this world. You know what I mean? Like in the gaming world. You know what I mean? I'm the casual guy. Allow me to be fucking negative for you, please. Like I remember when the Division came out and all the fucking hype and everybody was like, this is going to be the next fucking trend in gaming and blah, blah, blah. No, the fuck it wasn't, dude.
Couple
Like,
months.
yeah, it was cool. It was cool for a couple months and like nobody's talked about it since. It's just the game that fucking everybody remembers. That's it. We remember it, but we remember playing it for fucking 5 hours and fucking putting it down.
It really goes to show when a game like Bully that's been out for about 20 years is still $30 and a game like The Division is only $2 in the store.
There you go.
Okay.
Like money talks and bullshit walks, right?
Absolutely. And again, I'm a fan of The Division. I'm going to end up playing it, but the fact of the matter is, what is going to be so different about it? Because when you're looking at the actual gameplay footage, it doesn't look that much different than what we've seen before.
Right.
Same tactical movements, the mechanics still look exactly the same, but bring me in. Okay?
Yeah.
Bring me
Agreed.
in. Before we get into Assassin's Creed, The Last of Us is filming in Kansas City.
It is. And they just announced that Kansas City. I don't know what the which portion of the city government, whatever, but they just announced that Kansas City like won the contract basically to like The Last of Us is going to be filming here in Kansas City, which is like just really fucking cool. Just really, really fucking cool. And by the way, it's Kansas City, dude. Like, it's not exactly what you expect, okay? Like, people on both coasts call this flyover country. I got news for y'all, man. Like, there are metropolitan areas in the Midwest, okay, that you guys like to fly over. Kansas City has a lot of old industrial areas where I could see them filming like many different scenes out of that universe. You know what I mean? There are homes here that are goddamn like almost 100 years old, probably. Entire neighborhoods that are almost almost 100 years old. And so when you're going for kind of like that semi like dystopian like look, like there are areas in Kansas City that like we have that in abundance. Okay? And the farther you go out from the metro, you'll drive down like these old country roads, man, and you'll see like farmhouses that like you can still probably take shelter in a bad storm, right? But ain't nobody fucking living there now. You know what I mean? Like it's all over the place out here, man. This is old country. You know what I mean?
I love when they film in places that are not New York or Chicago or Miami or Los Angeles because of the recognizable backgrounds. So when you have a place like Atlanta, like, yeah, everyone knows what Atlanta looks like, but Atlanta doesn't have the structures that like New York or Los Angeles or Chicago has. So when you film in a place like Kansas City, which has skyscrapers but not as vast, you have a better, more original looking background.
You've got skyscrapers, you've got industrial areas, okay? You've got old ass fucking residential areas, okay? You've got fucking like giant sweeping open fields, you know what I mean? Like just sweeping open fields, rolling hills, very lush, very, very green here. Like, it's hard to tell if you walked out of the front door of my house in my neighborhood here in Kansas City, okay? It's hard to tell that you live in Kansas City, Missouri. It doesn't necessarily feel like you live in a big giant fucking city.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of lush greenery. There's a lot of foliage. You know what I mean? So I can see exactly why The Last of Us kind of like picked Kansas City. You know what I mean? Like as a as a place to like film their show. I mean, I really do, because
I
you
like
have
it.
like you have many different. Do you need to see some skyscrapers? We got that shit. Do you need like a fucking old rundown fucking half collapsed fucking like industrial fucking park? We got that shit. You know what I mean? Do you need a fucking running flowing creek, with birds chirping, and and all the nature? We got that shit. Okay? Do you need a big sweeping open vista where you can just see for fucking miles across like, just plains and freaking rolling hills? We got that. It's all fucking here, ladies and gentlemen. Like, congratulations to the city of Kansas City for fucking like pulling down The Last of Us, dude. Good job, guys.
Yep, and make sure
fucking
you
make
check
Kansas
out the
City proud,
last
dude.
and make sure you guys check out The Last of Us when it comes out, starring Bella Ramsey, Pedro Pascal, Gabriel Luna, Anna Torv, Nico Parker, and Ashley Johnson. I'm pretty excited to see what this rendition of the story of The Last of Us will be. So let's go.
Let's fucking do it, man. Let's roll the fucking dice.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know who Pedro Pascal is, he's the Mandalorian, and he's the lead star of the show, and he's playing Joel.
I have a man crush on him. I just want to let you know.
You have a man crush on Pedro?
Oh, I do, big time, bro. Everything I've seen him in, he's one of those actors that fucking just like lets it fucking all hang out, dude. He like every fucking every role he takes, he doesn't care. Like he's in it to win it every time. Puts himself like just throws himself into the role, and like, yeah.
And that's an HBO Max original as well, guys, if you're not familiar with it. Ubisoft news, and then we got some Disney Jedi stuff to talk about, Mandalorian stuff. So, guys, Assassin's Creed was heavily featured yesterday during the Ubisoft Forward. It's been 15 years of Assassin's Creed. I think that's pretty cool to say. 15 years is a long time. It's almost half my life. So
You're young.
Yeah. So the first things first, Assassin's Creed Mirage was finally revealed to us. And I will pull up a synopsis for you.
Let's hear it.
I want to make sure I got the right thing here. So as we know, it takes place in Baghdad.
Cody, stop, dude. Come on. Don't be a jerk to your brother like that, dude. That's weird. Stop.
So the game takes place. Assassin's Creed. Oh, little backstage blunder here.
Uh-oh.
Whoops. All right. Assassin's Creed Mirage is back to basics approach for a long-running series with Ubisoft returning to stealth action, narrative-driven roots that defined Altair and Ezio's earliest adventures. Assassin's Creed Mirage is set in Baghdad and will show the evolution of Basim a few decades before his appearance in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So we're connecting games now. Did you play Valhalla? No, we're gonna have to start playing that. So the game will release in 2023, and although the publisher is yet to confirm the exact date, Mirage platforms have been confirmed for PlayStation 5, 4, Series X, and Xbox One. Ubisoft has also confirmed that it will be released on PC through the Ubisoft Store and Epic Games Store. We're gonna have the 40 Thieves. We're gonna have some really awesome cultural history that probably so many people are not aware of. Because like we spoke about not too long ago, not all of Afghanistan is bad, and probably during this time it was a really beautiful, prosperous country, and we get to live that through Basim's eyes in Assassin's Creed Mirage.
I look forward to seeing it.
More on Assassin's Creed. They have talked about Assassin's Creed Jade, which takes place in China. It is an open world, mobile exclusive platform game where they say it's the most ambitious and open world in any mobile game they've ever done before. That's pretty fucking exciting. The next two bits, actually, the Infinity. So they're coming out with Assassin's Creed Infinity, which will connect future titles like the ones I'm about to talk about into a hub where it is easier to go into the games and access memories from your gameplay from playing Assassin's Creed. Now, next, Assassin's Creed Hexy. There was a lot of subliminal writings on the teaser trailer itself. It was in German, and Hexy means witch in German. There was some like stuff. It looks like sage and some burnt bones and stuff like that. So I don't know if we're going into like a German era witch hunt, or if we're going into the Salem witch trials with this version of Assassin's Creed. Whatever it is, I'm in it. I'm here for it. But they broke down the codes that were written on the teaser. And you want to know what they said?
What?
Mephisto, avenge our house. So
Which house?
It doesn't say. That's so
We're find out,
wherever this Assassin's Creed game is leading, it's going to be pretty interesting. And the last Assassin's Creed game that was revealed is Assassin's Creed Codename Red. Baby, we are jumping into feudal Japan, and we are doing the shinobi stories as an assassin in Assassin's Creed Codename Red. Not much is said about this, but expect these next titles to come out within the next couple years, starting off with Mirage. So we got Mirage, Hexy, Red, Jade, and the Infinity Hub. That's 5 pieces of content that we're going to be getting within the next couple years from Ubisoft, ladies and gentlemen. And in our final gaming news, this actually kind of hits home. Jedi Master Squid, unfortunately, has been forced to change his name to Tech Guy Gaming, as we said before. And as we don't know the full details, we have actually spoken internally, a few of us, and actually said that, well, if it happens to Mr. Squillini, it's going to happen to our friend, the Norse Mandalorian, too. We would assume. So as from understanding the situation, the word Jedi is trademarked by Disney. Okay. But there is something that I have also realized. Jedi is a public religion.
Yeah.
It is a publicly known religion, and to think that, our friend was forced to change his name to Tech Guy Gaming, which is a really, really cool name, very brandable name, and I'm not going to reveal Norse Mandalorian's projected name because it's not my,
it's not official.
Yeah, it's not official.
Nothing is official yet.
Yeah,
but here's the thing.
Yeah,
the fucking internet got boring, and I'll tell you what, guys. Like, we've been doing this podcast for 2 years. I've been talking shit about fucking multinational corporate conglomerates for fucking 2 years. So like, you have a fucking streamer, a gaming streamer, with a handle that references a certain or specific, could be Lord of the Rings, could be fucking, it's a franchise.
Yeah.
It references a specific franchise. He just got told, Anthony Aguilar, welcome, good morning. Good to see you, buddy. So this guy just got told by Disney to cease and desist because his gaming handle included a reference to Star Wars. Shit like this is just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. The internet just got fucking really boring. Do you guys got money to pay for lawyers? Because I don't. Somebody tells me to fucking cease and desist because my fucking gaming handle fucking, they don't like it. Like, what the fuck am I going to say? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, from now on, like, when you get born, you're just going to get a fucking serial number. And so, like, when you're old enough to fucking use the internet, you're going to have to put your serial number in. And it's going to be your gaming handle for the rest of your life. Disney literally just sent a cease and desist order because somebody had Jedi in their fucking handle. This is the world we're fucking entering, guys. This is why fucking gaming news has fucking sucked since we started this goddamn podcast. Do you guys like the fucking paste that we eat for breakfast here on the Nebuchadnezzar in the Matrix? Because that's your internet right now. That's your fucking gaming community. Okay, that's what these are the video games you're getting fucking spoon fed. It's fucking just protein paste. There's no flavor. There's no fucking taste. It's all gray. It's boring as fuck. And these multinational corporate conglomerate cocksuckers, suckers of Satan's cock, dude, are telling you what the fuck you can name yourself on the fucking internet. The internet. I want to remind everybody we're talking about the fucking internet right now. The internet. The place that's supposed to be like the most free and open space in like the history of fucking humanity. What kind of world do you want to fucking live in? I made my fucking little edgy ass handle Blood Eagle. Well, they reference that in Vikings. Am I gonna get a fucking cease and desist from the fucking TV show Vikings because I referenced Blood Eagle? That's what it's coming to. It's not fucking cool. Okay? The mouse is not your fucking friend. Neither is fucking Elon Musk. Neither is fucking Jeff Bezos. Okay? Neither is Bill Gates, for that matter.
Or Whoopi Goldberg.
None of them, dude. They're not your fucking friend. They already got theirs. At this point, they're just telling you what the fuck they think you should be doing with your fucking life.
Yep.
Educate your motherfucking selves. Think for your fucking self, dude. And if you got enough fucking money, get a fucking lawyer and fight back and tell them to fuck
And I just
off.
want to say, and I just want to apologize too, because I don't know if this was something that he wanted to be aired, but I think that this is something that people need to know.
I mean,
you know, they're coming after small time streamers.
He didn't do anything wrong.
No, he didn't.
It was his gamer fucking tag.
For years.
For years and years. Now it's a problem? Like, it's a problem now? Why is it a problem now? Like somebody explain to me how the fuck he pinged fucking Disney's fucking radar. Like, please. And what the fuck he did wrong by having Jedi in his fucking tag. Anywhere in his tag. Doesn't matter if it's fucking Jedi Master fucking Squid, fucking Master Jedi fucking Padawan fucking whatever. Fucking like, I like fucking cactus in my booty Jedi. Who gives a fuck? Like, you're gonna fucking cease and desist the fucking word Jedi?
Yep.
What fucking world are we living in?
It's a religion. It's a religion.
Boring. This is all boring. It's like boring. Fucking like that's why dude, John, that you and me joke about this shit all the time. It's fucking sue me. Fucking sue me. What do you like, sue me for fucking what? What are you gonna do? Take my fucking disability fucking pay? Like what are you suing me for? Like
it's definitely aggravating. And again, you know, this sucks. This sucks for Tech Guy Gaming, Joe Sculini, and this sucks for Mr. Stark too, for Norse Mandalorian. You know, because they are good names. They are good, marketable, brandable names, and Disney's shitting on them. So
Disney shits on everything it fucking buys.
Yeah.
And I've just been saying that for the last like 2 fucking years, but you know, it's cool.
Yeah.
You know, so does every other fucking major corporation. Just letting you guys fucking know.
This is true. This is true. And now in military news, this is no different than what we talked about before, but we're gonna say it even louder for those in the back. American Legion and VFW posts work to keep doors open and connect with new generations of veterans. Jay, the stage is yours.
I mean, why don't you read the first couple? Do you have the article pulled up?
I do have the article here.
Why don't you read like the first couple of like relevant paragraphs, and then I'll give it the old college try on a fucking good old fashioned J rant.
There we go. Commander Wade Keaton stood tall in the crisp white uniform in front of the M60 tank outside of American Legion Post 185 in Agawam, Massachusetts. The post is struggling, he said, both to find new members and keep its building in shape to help welcome the latest generation of veterans. We have no younger members sign them up, and I'm 63 and one of the youngest ones here at the moment. Louis Russo, chairman of Post 185 House Committee, sat in his rollator walker next to Keaton and explained how much recruitment is on the back burner because building safety is a top priority. We didn't know how much longer we would go with that roof before we would have to shut it down. We just don't need younger generations to come in and speak at the events and show up at the barbecues. These buildings are falling apart too. It's many roles that needs to be filled at your local posts.
So if you watch that HBO miniseries Generation Kill, it takes place at the very beginning of the Iraq invasion. 9/11 is a couple of years in the past. Well, about a year and a half. You'll see the jaded cynicism that kind of came with our generation. I joined in 2010, almost a decade after 9/11. And that cynicism was like all still there. Like you didn't want to be, you wanted to be cool about it, but you didn't want to be like over cool about it, right?
Yeah.
So you fucking so when you get out, like it's like, I don't want to be the fucking dude that wore the fucking hat with fucking like whatever veteran on it. You know what I mean? I don't want to be the dude that wears grunt style fucking every time I fucking like go to fucking Walmart, whatever, right? Here's the problem with that jaded cynicism. And here's my challenge to our generation of soldiers. The VFW, specifically the VFW, goes in front of Congress almost 24 times a year. Okay? For us. Specifically for veterans. Okay? There are veterans organizations out there that are already in place. The infrastructure is already there. And there's no people from GWAT signing up. Okay? If you were a member of the armed services during GWAT post 9/11, 21 years ago today.
GWAT, not enough GWAT veterans in the.
Well, what it comes down to is the infrastructure is in place, and it's one of those things where people just are too cool for school, and it's like, I don't know about everybody else, dude, but I'm proud of my service, and I want other people to be able to have a safe place to go after they get out. And if you just want to go back to like, Tupelo, Mississippi and hang out at your house and do your thing with your buddies and never think about the military again, like good for you. There was way too many of us in GWAT for that percentage to be as low as it is right now that's joining veterans organizations. It's really like, honestly, like the only word that comes to like my mind is like, it's selfishness. People like got in and did their time.
I was gonna ask you, and that was gonna be my next question to you. Actually, what do you think it could be?
It's selfish. It's just it's people being selfish. Like you join the service and you want to like say you're a vet and like go get your fucking like free Applebee's on fucking Veterans Day, and you can't fucking take time out of your life to fucking like help other vets out. You can't take time out of your life to fucking join an organization and give like what amounts to very little fucking time at all. Oh, by the way, you get to meet really cool fucking people too that were also fucking veterans.
You get to hear great stories.
Potentially in like different eras. You get to go help these motherfuckers out.
There's a bar in there.
Even if there's not a bar, it doesn't even have to be a bar. It's literally like you can make it what you want. Our generation should have been running that motherfucker like 10 years ago. Literally 10 years ago. VFW, American Legion, so many organizations. Our generation should have been running them years ago. And like, all I see is just fucking abject selfishness. Nobody wants to fucking join. Nobody wants to help out if they do join. You know what I mean? People become members and then they don't fucking go to meetings. Okay, so they have no idea what the fuck is actually going on at the post. You know what I mean? No shit fucking buildings are like fucking like crumbling.
No one's showing up.
No one's fucking showing up. What the fuck? Not a hard concept. And then in fucking like 5 or 10 years, when there's nobody fucking going in front of Congress to fucking plead our case as veterans, who the fuck's going to represent us? I don't know. I don't fucking see very much GWAT there, so I don't know.
I don't need
so
it's got to change, and I hope and we've been talking about this so much, and I mean Drew Davis signed up for a membership, and I hope to see more of you guys signing up as well. I'm a life member. Jay was a post vice commander. Did I have that right?
For about not quite 2 years.
Yeah. Senior
Vice commander at a post in Colorado. Yes, and and I transferred my membership out here to a post here in Kansas City, in the Kansas City metro area. So like, and I go to meetings every month. That's one thing I do every fucking month. It's one. If I don't go to that VFW the entire rest of the month, I go during the fucking meeting and I sit down in the meeting. Okay, guys. And by the way, I don't just go there once a month. Me and my children are going there today to watch the Chiefs beat the fucking dog shit out of the fucking Arizona Cardinals.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. So fucking like I don't want to sound like a fucking prick when I say this, but like Jesus hates a fucking pussy. And when you develop like sudden fucking like stage 4 cancer because of like a fucking burn pit you're around, okay? Like look around the fucking room and see which organizations are like actually have your back. Okay?
Don't look
You should
tomorrow,
already
look yesterday.
You should already be a member. You served like 15 fucking years ago. You should have already put in for your fucking disability. You should have already fucking like you're owed this stuff. But some of this stuff you still have to fucking like let's get out there and let's stay as a tribe. Let's stay a community. Why the fuck you want to go back to Tupelo, Mississippi to the same motherfuckers that fucking did or were doing the same shit when you got back? And you want to fucking keep it like that? We got a community here. Come hang out with us. Come hang out with us. All right? Like, we understand. We fucking been there. We fucking done that. I love fucking meeting motherfuckers that have done a lot more than me.
I
Fucking
do too.
beautiful. Every time I hear these motherfucking Navy people, dude, like, I can't fucking do the Navy, dude. I'm like, I would have never fucking made it.
Dude,
I'd have never fucking made it.
They see more land than anybody.
Some, and then you meet the ones that like did a lot of fucking like shit on their ships, and I'm like, nope, that wouldn't have been me. Would not have fucking my grandpa Campbell, my progenitor, right? My grandpa Campbell, fucking Navy dude, and I'm like, nope, fucking pass, fucking hard pass on the Navy, dude. Like, good for them, dude. Good for them and their fucking like ginormous fucking balls and steel fucking ovaries, dude. Like seriously, dude. Like. Just saying, dude.
Hell yeah, man. And we're coming towards the end of our show now.
Hell yeah.
So I just want to say before we get to like the nitty gritty, the final thought. I just want to say, next week we are going to have Crazy Ace TV as our guest.
Outstanding.
He is an active duty NCO. Not going to give out OPSEC stuff, obviously. Out of respect. He will be joining us next week to talk about being an active duty NCO and being a streamer at the same time. How he balances that. I'm actually very excited for this episode.
Yeah, we've had a former guest that's in a very similar situation with 80s baby gaming.
Yep. And it's nice and let's talk about that for a second, because I think it's really cool that the Army is not giving streamers a hard time.
As long as you keep it within a left and a right limit, you know what I mean? Like they probably wouldn't. Like,
yeah,
they wouldn't have a reason not to. You know what I mean? Or excuse me, they wouldn't have a reason to. Excuse me.
Absolutely, and I think it's really cool, especially with the research, with the surge of like esports in the military and the U.S. Army esports team. It's cool to see that the Army conforming to the times and not having an issue with this, and seeing. And I mean, lately, within the last 2-3 years since COVID, I've been seeing more active duty streamers, even veteran streamers and first responders getting into the streaming world, because they see, not that they see a market in it, but they see that how fun it is for someone in that world to get into the mind, to get in their mind through a stream. So guys, make sure you check us out in 168 hours of Crazy Ace TV. Check him out on Facebook, facebook.com/Crazy Ace TV. And guys, before we get to the final thought, again, check out Tech Guy Gaming, 80s Babies Gaming, Chris Patterson, Pablo Martinez, New Jersey Blaze Online, You, Me, and Lore, which, hey, we always got to shout them out. Those are the homies right there. Check out their season, their dual season, where they're finishing off Halo and talking about Technomancer, which is so exciting. But, Technomancer's not going to last long, guys. So listen to them today. They're on Spotify and Apple. You could listen to us, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon. Remember, guys, we're on Amazon now. And
Yeah,
I just
Jeff
gotta say,
Bezos fucking-
how
oh
the
yeah,
fuck did Yumi and Lore get on iHeartRadio? My mind is
good for them.
yeah.
Good for
And you know what? We're gonna one up them. We're gonna be on Sirius XM one day. Watch.
boy. I feel bad for fucking them.
It's ours. It's ours. Guys,
The world is ours. The world is ours.
so guys, the final thought. Today, 21 years ago today, we had 9/11. And we lost a lot of lives, not just because of attacks, but for those who did take their own lives. Some people felt that they didn't have a choice that day. You know, the circumstances were tough. It's a hard day. A lot of people lost their families on this day 21 years ago. Spouses, their children, best friend, grandmother, grandfather, whoever it may be. And you're probably thinking real hard about them. And, you know, obviously we are right. We are all correct in being angry about what happened 21 years ago. And we all have the right to feel the way that we feel. But guys, always remember that you always do have a choice. You always do have a choice. We are here with you every single 168 hours. And if we're not here live on this broadcast, you know, you can hit us up on our Facebooks. You can hit us up on our socials. You can put something in our page. Write something on the group that you need some help. We're here for you guys. Always call star 988. That's star 988. You can also dial the number 1-800-273-TALK. From what I understand, that number no longer works in some areas of the United States, or where that number does work, you could dial that number, or you can hit star 988 for services today. We don't fuck around. You know, we fuck around a lot, but we don't fuck around with this, guys. You know, we talk about 22 a day, and it's not just veteran. It's you, it's me, it's them, that person down the street, even the stranger that you don't even know. They're probably going through something that you don't know about. We owe it to ourselves to respect each other, to love each other, to be there for one another, and not allow ourselves to fall into these holes that find a way to just grab you when that cloud comes over you. So guys, remember, once again, you are not alone. 988 or 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-TALK. You got anything else to say before we finish the show, man?
I'm good.
All right. From DD214 Gaming, my man Blood Eagle, myself, Clean Sanchez. We'll see you guys in the 168 hours of Crazy Ace TV. Thank you so much for joining us. We couldn't be more grateful for you being here and dealing with us and dealing with my fucked up computer and listening to Jay's rants and hearing me talk too much and losing the conversation. Whatever it may be, we thank you guys. See you in the 168 hours, folks. Have a good day.
Get up, cocksuckers. It's all over.